Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and I am here with my February layout for the Layout a Week blog. And I am going with the love theme for February. I am scrapping a picture of my husband and I right before he left for basic training. So this is when we were dating back in 2002. And it's a picture of us on the beach. So I am going to be using a lot of elements from the Webster's Pages line, which was designed by Adrian Lumen, and they're very pink and beach themed. So that's what I'm going to be using for this layout. So I have that piece of paper there that I cut down to 8.5 by 11. That's what size my page is going to be. And that is by Webster's Pages. And I'm going to, I pulled out both of these pictures and I'm trying to decide if I want to use both of them or just one. And I think both of them kind of are a little bit too much. So I'm only gonna do this one right here. And I'm going to cut this square doily in half and use that behind my picture. And then I am also going to take this piece of paper, which is from the Maggie Holmes Style Board collection by Crate Paper. And it just says I love you all over it in script, and then it has a couple of gray and pink highlights on it. I love that paper. So I'm going to use that along the side here as well. And I think that they actually complement each other very nicely. So that's going to be the base of my page right there. And I'm going to use a couple of these vellum little Polaroid squares, and those are by Webster's Pages as well. And I'm kind of just going through everything that I had pulled initially when I was pulling for this layout. I kind of just grabbed whatever caught my eye. And I'm just trying to decide exactly what I'm going to use. I'm definitely going to use that ribbon trim there and also this burlap. And I really like how the burlap ties in to the fact that we're on the beach. And then the lace trim is just absolutely stunning. So I had to use it on there. It's so pretty. I played around with trying to use these beads here as well, but I don't know. I couldn't make them work for some reason. So I am going to go ahead and cut a couple of these vellum squares here. And those are also by Webster's Pages and designed by Adrian Lumen. And I'm going to use that one there that says happy. And I'm also going to use one that has an ampersand in the middle. And I cut a third one, I think that says hello, but I end up not using that one. I was trying to make all three of them work, but I don't know. With an 8.5 by 11, I try not to crowd my things too much. I don't want to put too much on the page just because it's a smaller space than my normal 12 by 12, so I don't want to overcrowd anything or make it too overwhelming for your eye. So I'm going to just go with these two here. And I like the fact that they stand out even against the pattern paper behind them, so they end up looking really nice. And so I kind of have decided what my base is going to be, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting some stuff stuck down here. And I love that Maggie Holmes paper. I wish I had more of it. It's gorgeous. And I'm going to use this little very, very thin piece of kind of a corally ribbon trim. And I'm using glossy accents, and I'm going to go ahead and get my glossy accents all down my page first and then stick the ribbon down. It's a little bit easier for me to control it that way, and then I'm not trying to get glue and ribbon down at the same time. I'm not really that coordinated, so it was just easier to get the glossy accents down first and then stick the ribbon on top. I think that gives that paper a nice little border there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting some of this stuff stuck down here. And with the ribbon, I had to be kind of careful because, you know, whatever I put behind it is going to show through. So I just use a very little bit of my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, and it is coming through because it's ribbon or it's lace. So I just kind of patted it down quickly with my fingers and then had to wipe my fingers off afterwards because I had glue all over them. But I am going to reinforce that with my tiny attacher here in a little bit too. I'm going to let the adhesive dry a little bit first. So I'm going to pop up my pictures on Pop Dots because it's going to overlay the burlap and the lace. So that's going to give it a little bit of a lift. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop it up so that it's not too awkward there. And I really like the way that the burlap and the lace look layered like that as well. So I'm using my tiny attacher, and I put 2 staples on each side right where the burlap and the lace meet. And then I'm just going to trim off the excess here. So that's going to help give it a little bit more reinforcement besides just the glue. And I'm going to go ahead and stick down these vellum pieces. And I am using my ATG behind it just because I normally try not to use my ATG behind vellum, but it is against a pattern paper as well, so you really can't see the tape behind, through the vellum or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and get my picture stuck down. Still have glue on my fingers. And I'm just kind of looking through the things that I have surrounding my desk there that I had pulled. I'm going to use this vellum tag that is from the same vellum paper by Webster's Pages that the frames are from. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that down there. And I'm going to use this flare, and that's from Evalicious. It says Snapshot of S. So I'm just going to stick that up in the corner there of the picture. And I also have a custom piece of flare that I know I want to use, and I'm trying to find it. And it's that seahorse right there. And then I also have a pair of flip-flops, so I'm trying to decide if I want to use both or just one, or, I'm just trying to decide which one I want to use. But I got those off of an Etsy, I think it's an Etsy shop. I don't remember. I found her online on one of our scrapbooking communities, and I can't remember which one. I can't remember her name. It's been so long since I got them. But her and her husband make custom wood veneer, and they're very, very thin wood veneer. So they're not like the super thick ones, that you would get from Studio Calico or anything. They're very, very thin, but they're very detailed, and they are gorgeous. And I had gotten an order from her, and she threw in a few extra ones when she sent them to me, and that seahorse was one of them. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. So I was really happy to have some pictures of us on the beach that I could use that on. So I'm going to go ahead and do my title here, and it's going to be True Love, and I'm going to use these Amy Tangerine thickers. Those are called Goodness, and I've had those for a long time, so I was happy to pull those out. And they're very light wood pattern. So they almost look like bamboo a little bit, but they're very thin. So I thought that those tied in nicely with the beach theme as well. And I'm using my Tombow Mono Aqua adhesive because they are not sticking all that great. So I'm just making sure I reinforce so that they're not going to come off in my pages in my albums. So I'm going to go ahead and get those stuck down here. And I do know I'm going to add some enamel dots, and I'm going to add a flare badge as well, and I think that's going to be it. Like I said, when I do 8.5 by 11, I try not to overdo anything. I don't want to crowd it too much. So I'm going to use some of these pink enamel dots, and those are from my Mind's Eye. And I use 3 in 2 different places. I believe that's all I do there. Yep, that's all I do. I'm trying to decide if I want to add 3 more, but I'm like, nah, no, I'm good. And I am going to add, like I said, a flare badge, and I'm also going to add the year in some Color Theory stickers by Studio Calico. I think I do that off camera, but you'll see them in the close-ups. It was something I did after I turned the camera off. Yep, there we go. So I have the Anchor and then the 2002, and those are vellum stickers from Studio Calico. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know, and make sure you check out the Layout a Week blog. Have a great day, guys. Bye.